What's up, everybody? You're listening to Gone Fishkin, live-ish here on Adobe Radio with your host, Fish. Twitter.com/Gone Fishkin. If you have a request, if you want to shout out, I'll get to it next week. I'm very excited for tonight's show for a plethora of different reasons. Reason number one, I get to do my show live with friends again, and I'll never take that for granted. Reason number two, I have an insane lineup tonight. I got house parties calling in. I got AleXa live in studio right now with me. And she's going to just not talk, thinking that she shouldn't be talking right now, but she can talk.
I was like, is this like an intro thing where you're just like, okay, we'll be right back, and I'm just shutting up until, we come back. But okay, hi.
We're here.
We are here.
Gone Fishkin. When you're here, your family.
Oh, my. Wow.
Just like the Olive Garden.
Do you have unlimited breadsticks?
I wish. I have unlimited liquid death, which rhymes with breadsticks.
Yeah, if you close your eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And say it with a little bit of an inflection. That joke was a little bit of a letdown, though, but I also have Letdown stopping by the studio as well. I'm very excited. They'll be on Adobe Radio Summer School all summer long, and they'll be performing too. But I'm very excited because AleXa's live in studio right now. You were on the show previously to talk about your song Sick. We're going to talk a little bit more about Sick and everything else because I heard the movie song, the soundtrack song on your Spotify. I don't know the name of it because I don't want to butcher it.
Movie song.
It's
soundtrack song.
It sounds like it's from a soundtrack.
Movie song.
Well, if it's not, it should be on a soundtrack.
Thank you.
It was like the very swingy type song.
Swingy.
Like a swing type beat?
Swingy.
Did I play the one song that was accidentally on the Spotify? I think it was you. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
You're so confused.
I could be totally messing up.
Swingy. Attend the tail of swingy time.
Oh, Wonderland.
Oh! The American Song Contest song. Yes.
Oh. See, I wasn't completely off.
It's all coming back to me now.
That was the longest 30 seconds on my show of my life, thinking I messed that one up.
Perilous.
Yes.
Perilous.
But either way, yeah, no, that song rules and
Thank
Sick
you.
rules and everything else I've heard really is incredible. And it just really shows such a variety. And I wanted to bring up that song because it literally took me back to going to Disney as a kid with my family.
Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So talk about that a little bit and just your upbringing because that sounds like it's a very, very theater kid type song. And to me, at least, I'm not going to say anything for facts anymore.
I mean, allegedly, But, yeah, so, I grew up, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is the middle of freaking nowhere, to a dad who's from Queens, New York, and a mom who's from Seoul, South Korea. And, initially my path in life was not leading to anything in the creative field. I was supposed to go into medicine, be a doctor. But, I said, no, I want to dance. And, that's what I did, despite my parents' dismay. But then eventually they accepted it, and thank God they do now, because what could they do about my career at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to argue facts. These are facts I do know. You did play a sold-out Jingle Ball. You did play Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
So, it's kind of hard to be like, hey, we want you to do something else when you're kind of, I don't know, having tens of thousands of people screaming for you and not screaming at you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Ooh, yes. Yes. Prepositions are important. Yes.
So talk about walking on stage for Jingle Ball for the first time and then just keeping in your mind just your parents' semi-disapproval and everything. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm about to play my song Sick at Jingle Ball right now. It's sold out. It's been sold out since it went on sale.
Yeah, Jingle Ball itself, I always had dreamt of being a part of it somehow. I never really envisioned it actually happening, because I remember watching it televised when I was growing up at home with my folks. But then when we got the word that I would be participating in 4 of the stops, I was like, there's no freaking way. And I was literally the opening act of the night for the 2 stops that I actually performed at, which was Dallas and Miami. And it was just insane. It was I was so scared and worried that the crowd maybe would not be vibing with my set because, I'm not exactly super mainstream in America. I'm not just a pop singer either. I'm within the K-pop genre. But, to my surprise, I was going to say dismay. Oh, my God, no. To my surprise, everybody was, screaming their heads off as soon as I came out. And I was like, oh, I like this. This is good. Please do more. Thank you. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So now you say you're not mainstream in America. So in Korea, you're more mainstream, you're saying?
No, I'm not mainstream anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep it real. I'm not mainstream anywhere. So.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
There goes my next 6 questions I had in my head.
Well, darn. Well, damn. I'll pack it up then. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I can't even keep my microphone together. So now, with the music you've been releasing, you've had quite a few different varieties of pop and quite a few different varieties of rock on there, in my opinion. So talk about some of your influences a little bit, because I want to point my finger, but I can't, because I go to the next song and I'm like, oh, I'm completely wrong.
Fair, yeah. So for this chapter of the AleXa discography moving forward, we are focusing on an English American targeted album. Sick was the first song to be released. We received like a handful of demos to, be the chosen one to, begin this perilous journey and, beginning a career in America. And we liked them all. They're all good. But then when we came along with Sick, it was like a group consensus decision wherein it was like, it's a very easy listening song. The lyrics seem to be like a really easily conveyed universal message of like, having an inferiority complex, seeing someone through rose-tinted glasses and they're so perfect it makes you sad. Personally, never mind. The lyrics can be interpreted any which way, to be honest. I interpret them in a different fashion than their literal meaning. But, yeah, we wanted to, not go super mainstream pop, but they wanted to slightly dip our toes into the pop-punk pool. It's definitely not, like, point-blank pop-punk. I wouldn't dare label it that, because as a pop-punk person, I would not insult myself that way. But, yeah, we're just hoping to, keep escalating, taking more steps forward, trying to, up the ante with, adding more rock elements, adding more actual punk elements, and just seeing where it goes from here.
Hell yeah. I love that.
Thank you.
And now, being in the K-pop world and being a pop-punk kid, I haven't heard that very often. I haven't heard those two things in the same sentence. So talk about being in the K-pop world while having such an influence of a genre of music that really, I would say, is not as big overseas like that. Because, I mean, there obviously is, like, the Day Sixes, who are incredible, more of the pop-punk leaning in the Asia world. But it's not like it is here. No. It's not like everyone wants to get out of their home. Well, I don't know this for a fact, but it's not like everyone wants to get out of their hometown in angsty.
I mean, there's always going to be a mild little punk scene wherever you go, because there's always going to be rebels sticking to the man. But me growing up, I was raised by parents who started kind of a bit like later in life, so I wasn't raised on the music that came out to this day. I was raised on things like, Aretha Franklin, David Bowie, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, Whitney Houston. That's what I grew up listening to. So that's what I have more of an affinity to music-wise. I really only knew about modern pop music because I was on my school's dance team, and we had to do routines to these songs. And that's like the first time I heard Just Dance by Lady Gaga. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. And, I found comfort within the... not so much the pop punk scene, but honestly speaking, more of the metal scene. Like, I'm a huge metalhead. And so, I don't know, being a fan of that genre of music, but also being someone within the K-pop industry, it's definitely, worlds do not collide that often. However, I have found out that some of my friends, while it's not metal and it's not necessarily punk, I have friends, Green Day is punk. I have friends, like Green Day, Panic, Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance. They're more emo though, but it's interesting seeing which one of my friends come out of the woodwork as a fellow filthy emo. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a redundant statement.
Yeah, a little bit.
As a filthy emo for the last 31 years of my life.
Yes. Oh, yes, me. Yes.
So now, you say your dad's from Queens. Was he a big musical influence for you?
No, not really. If I'm gonna be completely frank here, neither of my parents really grew up in a musical aspect. Like, neither of them play instruments, neither of them sing, but they were both performers in a sense. My dad is a magician, and my mom, when she was in high school and everything, she was a cheerleader. So that kind of love for performance and being in front of people and crowds kind of already ran through my veins. Yeah. But the singing aspect, it was just something I kind of fell in love with on my own. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm from Queens as well. I was born in Queens, moved to Long Island. But yeah, my dad had no musical talent, but he did have musical taste. I will say that much.
Yes. No, Meatloaf was one of the artists I grew up listening to.
Wait, no way. That was my dad's favorite artist.
Bad Out of Hell. That album was always on loop.
I have a video of my dad singing Bat Out of Hell on a cruise in 2014 in Europe, and I don't understand why he chose Bat Out of Hell, and I don't understand why the karaoke version has a 10-minute instrumental in it still. Because, like me, he also could not dance. Or I guess, like him, I also could not dance.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane. Oh, my gosh. Meatloaf brings us all together.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's funny because you mentioned Frankie Valli.
Yeah.
It's like he would go from Frankie Valli to Eminem. To Kim.
Wow.
Sherry to Kim.
Yeah, Sherry to Kim. Dare we say Sherry to Kim to Stan?
Oh, jeez.
Man.
Wow.
Wee.
Damn, you got to come back for a 2-hour interview where we just talk about insane references like that.
Absolutely. I would love to.
Hell yeah. Awesome. So now you have music videos out and everything. So talk about the music video for Sick and some visualizers and everything we could look at on the internet, AleXa related.
Sure thing. So I was going to lean. I was too far over. This is not as close as I thought it was. So for Sick, the music video itself is a 3-minute fight scene. And I got to go to stunt school like the day before filming, and, did some basic training and everything. But in the past, I had done stunt work in other music videos, so thank God I already had like a bit of a skill set under my belt. But it was really fun. I'm someone who loves action. I love, fighting. I love, I want to be very involved with things like that. And so the fact that this music video was slated to be just an entire fight choreography, I was like, great. Cool. Don't need anything else. Don't let me lip sync. I just want to fight a man. And so I did. But, with a music video like that, there's sure to be, people are turning their heads and like, oh, what is this? People are sure to have questions and raise an eyebrow here and there. And I'm just going to say this. I've said it on social media many a time. Clarification. I'm not supporting domestic violence, please. Oh, my God. It's not the answer. The music video itself is a visual metaphor in which the character AleXa, I'm speaking in third person here, AleXa is killing off this like idolized pedestal image of this man that she loves. Because, the thought of him being so perfect and out of her league makes her sick. It's like, no, let me tear down that fantasy so I can live my life. Like, yeah.
I get it.
Thank you.
I've seen the video. I understand it.
Thank you.
And your explanation, nail on the head.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. So how can everyone keep up with you? What's the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, YouTube? I feel like I'm Blue Sky. I don't know if you've heard of Blue Sky yet.
What is Blue Sky?
I don't know, but I have it.
All right. Well,
Yep.
works for me. So my YouTube and my Twitter are the same. It's AleXa. Y'all, my name is spelled with a capital X. Don't ask me why. There's a capital X. So it's AleXa with a capital X followed by ZB, which is company acronym. But then that is my Twitter and my YouTube. My TikTok and my Instagram is AleXa_ZB official. You can find me on Spotify just with the name AleXa. Remember, it's a capital X. And we have like, I don't know, like a Facebook page or something like that. I don't really know what we have, to be honest. I don't run that. They run that. I don't run that. So I'm just here to be taken pictures of and put on the internet.
And talk on the internet.
And talk on the internet.
Yeah.
I yap very well.
Yep.
So.
You've been doing that for a good solid 13 minutes and 40 seconds right now.
Fantastic.
You've been crushing it. Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Well, AleXa, it's been an honor to finally get to meet you. Sick is absolutely incredible. I can't wait to hear more music from you, and I can't wait to see you on future Jingle Balls because I know that someone on your team will definitely be bringing me, if not allotting me, tickets to every single show.
Yeah.
Camera pans to the left. But either way, I want to play Sick for everyone before I get into my interviews with Letdown and House Parties. So if it's cool with you, I don't want to twist your arm or anything.
I mean, you don't have to ask me twice, but I'd be honored. So
amazing. Well, I'm going to ask you 3 times. Is it cool if I play Sick?
Yeah.
Perfect. Here it's Sick by AleXa here on Gone Fishkin. Stay tuned for my interviews with Letdown and House Parties.